All right, guys, welcome to the Complaint Department with Joe, Noah, and Kenny here. We got a good episode, we think. Had a little bit of a mess go on again. Apple gets us real excited, but we are going to start off with the Domino's dog from Boston Dynamics doing some deliveries there, touch into more Apple stuff. Then you guys made a ton of comments on our TikTok that went pretty viral there for us.
Quarter-million views.
We're going to dive into those comments and read them out loud here. So if you want to have yours read out loud, comment on some of our videos and we'll bring them up. Let's dive right in.
It's Robot Dog, which in this case it would be the Boston Scientific Dog. The same one that
Boston
he works.
Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics dog. The one that he works with that he gets it to lick his nuts. You know, the one that takes the peanut butter off the bottom of his taint.
Yeah.
That one.
He's only done that like 3 times though. I mean,
This is so
it's gotta be like...
This is the beginning of the podcast, and my coworkers definitely watch the first 45 seconds before.
No, they don't. If they watch, if they watch, they would
know
comment.
what this
They're
dog
not
is
here.
doing.
There's nobody here. Don't
Look,
worry about it. It's just us.
Just because
There's not
you
even a
guys
camera.
didn't use the dog for your purposes doesn't mean that Noah's a bad person.
They're just jealous.
Why do you think the tablet broke, guys?
I don't know what that means. What
So-
happened? Maybe I don't want to. We're supposed to be delivering pizza, but
We had 2 different controllers, right? So we had one that was more like an Xbox style. It had a tablet, and then it had like the Xbox style controls, like physical controls. And that was the one that everybody loved. So we'll give it off to like different departments for them to use it, people that are trained in that department to use that robot. Somebody cracked it, and they won't admit to who cracked it. But I guess the story that we're going now is that I cracked it when I was trying to get it to lick my nuts, and now we have to use the shitty tablet. Because
I want to see that actually written in the log, in the maintenance log. Noah had it on his nuts. It fell off. He thought the peanut butter would make it stick.
It would be the dog licking his
it
nuts.
fell off, and it just
Send him into like a complete orgasm where he's just like...
just woo, and then it just cracks.
All right, well, that dog has moved on from peanut butter these days. He's no longer licking Noah's peanut butter off his nuts. He has now moved to Domino's Pizza.
Is it Domino's,
Yeah.
officially?
He's
Holy shit.
working with Domino's. He's going to deliver pizzas. And from what I read, it's for beaches.
Walking on beaches sucks. If we want to automate that, that'd be dope.
So you
Like,
send
Have
this
a
dog
Domino's on the
beach?
boardwalk, and then it just walks down to the beach and delivers the pizza.
Like,
That's
I've-
actually pretty cool.
I've vaguely heard about this because you've been
Yeah.
texting me about it. But
Be-
are they
be
actually
full-
doing it, or are they just
Yeah,
like...
they're piloting it.
Hey,
Okay.
Joe and I could be very honest with you. We didn't read the article.
I know you
that
didn't
sent
read the
us.
article.
No, it's like any other corporate meeting. You get there and they're like, y'all read that paperwork? You're like, yeah, we
You
read it."
guys read the 17 emails that we sent before this?
Right, we sent that to you 6 months ago.
And it had a red exclamation point.
Joe's
I knew it was
dyslexia.
important, but fuck that.
I knew his dyslexia. He wasn't going to read anyway.
I can't read quickly
We know.
or goodly
We
or
know.
spell goodly. So if anything's spelled wrong on the podcast, that is my stamp of approval. I did it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Quick
Or
interjection
AI.
as
Do you know how
well.
many times they've had, like, I'll send them the thumbnail and you guys will be like, you spelled it wrong again.
Dude,
Like, every
we need to talk
time.
about my second episode I've ever done with you guys. If we look at it, the thumbnail says,
Oh my God, I know.
man wears lotion. Man can wear lotion. Man
Still
can-
wrong!
I'm like, what is that? Like my friends will scroll through and they'll find my face and they'll be like, what does man can wear lotion mean? I'm like, what the fuck, Joe?
It was supposed to be men! I know, I look at it every time and I go, I'm not fixing that. Like, I'm not going back. Like,
I mean, but it was only one man wearing lotion that night during that episode.
It's only
was.
one man in the entire fucking world that wears that lotion.
they make it. They fire that factory up every time you buy one. So it's delivering pizza.
Yeah,
to people on the beach.
Yeah, but here's the
Sounds
thing. That's
like
cool. I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
But what do we do next? How do we take it up from there? Like, can it deliver other things? Is it going to be like maybe only Domino's gets the dog, but Pizza Hut gets drones, and then they have to shoot each other down the beach to try to battle for fucking customers?
Do you know what model Boston Dynamics robot it is? Is it Spot? Is it...
I didn't look to see that far. I didn't read the article either, guess.
So I mean, for the model that...
I read enough to know.
We look at the thumbnails, just like you fuckers. We look at the fucking thumbnail.
We read the title, that's it. Moving on. Well, that seems like a good
No,
topic.
the thumbnail's never deceiving at all.
No.
But that's the thing, though. If I read the whole article, it wouldn't make it as fun.
I don't think you're getting upset, though. Are delivery drivers getting upset? Is there anybody upset
People
about this
might
technology?
lose jobs on this. Like, what delivery driver is getting out of his car and going down to the beach, though?
DoorDash.
And you don't have to tip this one either.
DoorDash.
You know, I was
Well,
thinking...
could you imagine if Domino's makes you tip?
The dog.
He's so hungry.
It gives you the pizza,
And it goes like,
that little mouth goes. Meh.
You have to insert your credit card before he spits out the pizza.
motherfucker only tipped $2. We're giving him 6 slices, not 8.
You don't tip it; it reaches around and bites you in the ass.
No, the best part is
Some people would like that.
you order it from the dog delivery service, but you don't pay the tip, so it just comes with the fucking freezer on. So it's taking
Just
your pizza and
ice cold.
just fucking freezing it as it runs down the beach.
This motherfucker didn't tip shit.
Yeah. Digs a hole and it buries your pizza in it. Like a real dog. The dust to be flying up and shit.
There's a bite taken out of the pizza.
But my question
And the
was,
fucking the Boston
It doesn't even
Dynamics
eat.
robot
It just took the bite to be spiteful.
They spit it out fucking 3 blocks ago.
but if this thing is quick and it's running down the beach, is it always going to keep that pizza level? Because there's a chance that that pizza's still going to shift around.
Dude, they like hit them things with like hockey players. They're fine.
The thing with Boston Dynamics is they build robots with a lot of sensors. So they're very calibrated with what they do. They're very quick to stop if they get close to something.
I mean,
So if there's gonna
Tesla's
be,
autopilot had that, and I seen about that $19 million lawsuit the other day.
with controlling with controlling this robot on a daily basis pretty much at this point, I do know that even with the older model that we have, I can run it in straight at this camera, and if it sees this camera, it will either find a way around it or it will just stop on a dime.
So it's never bit the tip.
No, it either goes all the way or it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
You know? So,
all
but
or
with that
nothing.
one though, it has a 20-pound limit on the top. So anything,
So you can't ride it, but it can ride you.
yes.
20 pounds.
So, this one wasn't.
So it's like a real dog.
But this one isn't mostly.
If not, it's going to get back problems. You take it into the vet, getting the tune-up.
There's
What
two,
if you brought that fucking thing to an actual vet? It's like,
He says his back hurts.
can you give it something?
there's 2 different main companies that build these robots that are dog shaped. There's Boston Dynamics that's more for the mainstream crowd, the warehouses of the world. And then there's Ghost Robotics that build them for the military. They're drop shipped at the military. They can be dropped off a helicopter right into an Air Force base if they wanted it to. And those have no sensors on them. Those are just fully just made to either be blown up or just full force ran into somebody. And we have one of those at work.
So when
As you do.
It's pretty
How bad
fucking
are your
cool.
tech problems?
Hey, you need to reset your password.
Somebody can't we turned it off, we turned it on, it doesn't work anymore. All right, send the robot dog over. Just blow up the computer. Like
No, it's the
But
if
the
you
Boston
click on that,
Dynamics one back there will have a new one on its back in case that fucks up.
it's like if you click on that phishing link one more time, I'm sending that fucking dog.
oh my god, you just send it as a threat. You're like you just have it waiting in the wings. Like like when they're hunting like after the guy in the woods and you got the dog just like rawr, 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 but they're like holding it back.
But that's the thing.
It's waiting for you to click the
Unplug it.
link.
Unplug it. Rawr.
We have 2 of those Ghost Robotics robots. We have a small one called Vision, I think. And the big one is called... I can't remember what the big one's called. But the tiny one's a little tiny thing. It's probably like about this big. And it looks just like the Boston Dynamics one. Still has no sensors. Still will just go full force at anything that you throw it to. The big one is double the size of the Boston Dynamics one. The Boston Dynamics one I can pick up with one hand without the battery in it and put it back in its dropship case. The big one, I think the big one's actually called Vision. My mistake. It's like 120 pounds, 150 pounds. And that one can withstand, I think, 50 to 75 pounds of load.
Oh, we can almost ride it.
Almost.
Insane.
Yeah.
I'm not even close.
We could almost ride it. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna need like 3 or 4 of them dogs in a team. I'm gonna look like Santa in his fucking sleigh with all them
But
fucking
when are we going to
dogs.
send one of those to Mars? Like we've sent those stupid ass rovers to get stuck all the time. Why don't we send a fucking dog that can actually
They don't
travel?
require that much maintenance for them. I mean, they can go.
Yeah,
for
like
a
we
long
wasted
time.
the time sending all these rovers to get stuck. Then we have helicopters to be like, oh, it's stuck over there. Have fun. Why don't we just send a dog?
The one that we had, the Vision that we had, was actually destined. Its destination was for the army or something, and they like our company bought it and they stopped it going to the army and they redirected it to our company. So that one, like, it still has like military shipping labels and stuff on it. So that one was destined to be sent into a military combat zone and just put out there, and they use them a lot for like landmines or to just scout and stuff. So they're destined to be blown up. These $150,000 robots are just destined to be throwing out there.
So Noah's like the sexual assault is nothing to this
Yeah,
thing.
for whatever I'm doing to it, it's perfectly fine compared to. At least it still functions. I mean, Vision doesn't function anymore, but that's
we don't want to know why.
Vision almost killed me.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Opus clip right here. All right, here's the clip. All right, find the clip on an AI. I'm too lazy. So Vision almost killed me 2 months ago. So for kindergarten graduation, we like to have one of the cool dogs at kindergarten graduation. And it's usually Spot, which is the Boston Dynamics one, because that one's easy to control, has all the sensors and whatever. The kindergarten at...
But you broke the tablet, so...
I broke the tablet, so we only had one tablet, we only had one battery. But we sent Spot to another kindergarten graduation, so we didn't have him, so we had to circumvent back to Vision, which has no sensors. We're scared to use him when we don't want to, or when we don't have to use him, we don't use him. I turn on Vision for the first time, and because he doesn't have all those sensors, you have to calibrate all of his joints manually. Spot does all that by himself. He can roll over and all sorts of shit. I know all this because I was very intimate with Spot.
We know.
Very specific.
We've heard.
Yeah. Yes. So I load up Vision, right? And I'm on the tablet, and I'm like, oh, calibration needed, whatever. And then right next to calibration needed is
kill Noah?
Stand up.
Murder Noah?
Stand up is right next to calibrate. And I'm like, fuck it. It probably's fine. So I click stand up. Thing stands up. And you guys know how you guys were like, oh yeah, that thing probably twitches and shit now after what you did to it. Yeah, this one actually does. This fucking thing comes up, and its first two legs are fine. The third one's fine. The fourth one comes up, and full force just go.
It had enough of your shit.
And I'm right here. It's flapping, and like this close to my face. And the emergency e-stop button is on the other side of him. And I'm like, everybody in the office is looking at it like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm this close to feeling like I was going to die. Because those things can run at like 20 miles an hour. So they have all sorts of fucking force to them. And it's going at 100% because it has no sensors. And I'm trying to find the e-stop button on the tablet or whatever. And I finally get around to it and I see it flopping and I'm like, and I just whack its stop button and it just goes.
It had enough of your abuse, and the way to stop it was to abuse it again.
So, yes.
The thing fell like one of them Christmas ornaments when you push on the bottom.
But the thing that scares me the most about that one is...
And no one looked at it right where I want it.
Fuck you.
Stay right there.
Let me go get the peanut butter.
You're going to twitch more.
I'm going to order a pizza and have a human bring it to me, bitch. So,
oh my god.
The issue with that one for me, though, is Spot has a removable battery. You just pull them out and you put it into the charger. This one is bolted into place.
Hey.
So this motherfucker, when it becomes sentient, like we talked about on our last podcast, I'm its number one fucking enemy.
I mean, we could probably change the bolts to be not permanent.
No, we could take the bolts out, but like Spots, we just pull out. And that one's just like screwed in and it's ratcheted in. And I'm like, well, fuck it. It charges inside the robot. So,
yeah. Okay.
Vision has been in its crate ever since. We have not taken it out since that it tried to kill me. And the kindergartners did not get a robot that day.
Dude, can you have like that, the bite thing that they put on the dogs? You know, like the thing on that? And put that on him in
the
there?
muzzle on it.
We don't let Vision out. Like you have the kids come around and it's like rattling around in there. You turn it back on with the leg. It's like fucking rattling the cage around. And they're like, you guys want to learn about computers?
Don't worry about that. The battery's dead soon. But that was the whole point.
Yeah, the battery will die soon.
The whole point with that is we never even wanted to take Vision out because the kindergartners are petrified of this one, apparently. Because this one looks military. It is.
I mean,
it is
maybe
jet
tried
black.
to murder somebody
huge.
prior.
I mean, the kindergartners are light enough that they could probably get on top of this thing and sit on it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like that thing is actually scary. So
how long?
Fuck that.
Like, how long's the battery last? Like, is this thing actually going to be able to deliver pizza and not like dry halfway through?
Well, if they solar powered at some point, I'm sure it could like keep itself regenerating. But
Dude, solar power's a joke.
The,
for the size that you need for solar power, like, come on. Like, that'd be like putting a solar power on the Tesla. They're like, we don't because the weight alone would
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
one. What is
Yeah.
it? The Lucid or one of those has a solar panel sunroof, but it doesn't actually really do much.
Yeah, and it's like
It's really only good if you park your car and leave it somewhere. For
yeah,
a while.
exactly. It'd be like for emergency situations, and you're gonna carry that weight around all the time. It's kind of silly. It's
one-
probably better out to just carry a battery.
The one we have at full speed, it'll last like. But for me, we're not always moving it constantly. We'll have it sit. We'll have it just posed for pictures. Well, it's maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the
Okay,
most.
so it could go.
But the battery comes like you go like, poop, and then you just pop it back in. You can put a new one.
Yeah, but I'll bet you them batteries though.
But they
What are they,
charge
like
pretty
10
quick,
grand a battery?
and they charge pretty quick too.
They better.
So if you get 2 or 3 for each Domino's location, I mean, just
Yeah, like 30 grand, as Domino's locations have to throw around.
Yeah.
those franchises definitely got shit to throw around, right?
I doubt it. They're driving smart
$5
cars
pizzas.
already.
Yeah.
I mean, the one
That's
next,
true.
the one down here from us has EVs already, and they are the
No
ones.
shit.
The ones right down here has the EVs, and it's the ones that have the heating thing in the back.
You know, honestly,
you
now
put
that
it
I
in,
think
it
of
has
it,
the oven
though,
to keep it warm.
those low range EVs might be perfect for pizza delivery. Because how far can a pizza place really go?
They
Well,
only
and the
go like
gas-
usually a certain amount of miles.
So, like
yeah.
a small
gas
EV
price.
is probably perfect for a pizza delivery
Yeah,
company.
but the
that you
thing with
think of it.
EVs is the upfront cost compared to the overall. Like, I got to have that car for 10 years before it pays off.
How much is an EV now? You can buy an entry level EV for under 20 grand now, right?
Yeah, I mean, probably, I would think.
How much
but
do
it's
you-
going to
how
be
much-
like a Leaf, which is like a fancy golf cart. Like, when
But-
my buddy had a Leaf, it was like 100-mile range. So you're like, okay, go deliver 3
How-
pizzas, come back, plug that sumbitch in, and you're driving the other one. So you got to buy 3 of them sons of bitches.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But a lot of pizza places also make the person that delivers the pizzas use their car. So
I wonder if
Right?
it's like because like if you go to
Sometimes, yeah.
deliver for Amazon, I was looking that stuff up. I'm like, some people show up in their own cars, some people have the fancy Amazon truck, and you're like, well, what? But you pick, and then it's just you get paid a different rate.
yeah.
And I wonder if it's worth it
Well,
or not.
Amazon
With the-
contracts with subcontracts with a lot of different companies too.
Yes,
I
yes.
called my insurance about it before, and the cost of a commercial plan to be able to drive around to even deliver pizzas is sometimes not even worth the tips you're going to make.
See, when I did
Probably.
DoorDash to make ends meet during COVID, I just didn't tell my insurance company that I did DoorDash because how are they going to figure it out?
Yeah,
I wasn't
when
making
you get in
enough
an
money to.
accident, they're gonna. That's how they
That's
figure.
true.
yeah.
I
And
wasn't.
nothing matters with insurance until you get in an
I
accident.
also wasn't making enough money to report on my taxes or anything anyway, so it was like,
Right.
whatever. But I do like, honestly, I don't hate the idea of a Boston Dynamics. The cost to entry is crazy though, because unless they're selling them at a discount, the one that we got for my company is $150,000, and we have 2 of
Yeah.
them. So you're talking about cost to entry. How
Yeah.
long will it take for that, and how many issues will that dog have over its lifespan?
Well, just the battery alone. You're gonna have to replace
We
the
have, to
battery.
send, we have to send ours in yearly to get
phones, cars.
its joints replaced yearly.
Wow.
So, and it's like 30 grand yearly for that
Wow.
yearly maintenance and warranty
Yeah.
support.
It's like the stuff's getting there, but it's not there yet. The other thing, what I was thinking was like, it's running with this like pizza on its
Yeah.
back, and just like there's like usually a lot of people on the beach.
There's a
Like
kid in
I'm
the
just
way.
gonna like it's running by, and I'm just like, doink, my pizza now, right? Like, so then I was thinking,
I
like,
imagine it's gonna be like Postmates, where you have to like put your fingerprint on it or some stupid shit.
Have you
to
guys
open.
not seen those autonomous robots yet in like California that
the ones
do
that
this
drive.
already?
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
Those big boxes, and then they're just
Yeah.
on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
I've seen thousands.
That's where
of
the term
videos
clanker comes from. That's
Yeah.
where it started.
saying slurs now.
Clanker.
Grok's gonna get us.
I got that on the list. But I was like, the delivery guy too is probably not going to defend it, right? Like a delivery guy's walking, somebody just comes up, takes the pizza, and he's like,
You can have it. Fuck.
he's like, well,
Can I have a slice? You
Yeah.
know, like,
He's
shit.
just walking back.
Right.
He doesn't get his $4 tip. He's like, well, oh well. So it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
I'll just tell my boss that somebody stole the pizza.
Just wait till they start putting the voice in there too. It delivers, but it's Grok unchanged.
Oh, just Rex.
Oh
Just
my-
Rex
it's-
Unchained.
I mean,
Get the fuck away from my pizza, bitch!
Back away, motherfucker!
we put Samuel L. Jackson in the dog. Yeah, exactly.
I'm tired of all these motherfucking people on this motherfucking beach.
I think Samuel L. would be perfect for that. sometime. Oh my god.
All they had to do was put his voice in there. That thing would have been even more viral than it was.
Tired of all these motherfuckers.
Speaking
It's
of which,
scary. Well, sorry if you're gonna go into another topic, but no, with AI, another thing that we are doing at work now is we have like this video. We have a video production team, right? And they're making like this really cool video right now. But they were showing me how they used AI to change voices, and it's scary good now. So like
We've
they're
had
doing a voiceover in
auto-tune
part
for a while,
I'm
but
gonna say
now it's
auto-tune's
AI.
better.
no, it's like
T-Pain started that shit, bro.
Yeah, right.
yeah, fucking T-Pain in the late 90s. Yeah, when I wasn't born yet. You know?
Okay. Oh, that's not T-Pain.
No, so
I couldn't think of a T-Pain line. I'm so not rapper.
It was great that you just said, okay.
Bottom jeans. Not even close.
Not even
Waiting for it, though.
That's all right. I don't think Lil Wayne's watching, so it's all right. We're good.
You never know.
He tunes in, comments.
Wrong little.
Yeah.
Welcome back,
Lil
Kanye West.
John.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
Lil...
yeah.
Well,
It's Lil
now
Jon.
it's
Yeah,
worse. I'm gonna get them both on here. I'm sure.
Okay. That's Little John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Showing my music knowledge here.
So
Sorry to
the
interrupt.
the really cool thing with AI now is they're doing like a voiceover in part of like, you know, back in 1996, and then he has like a whole monologue that he's doing. He recorded it in front of me one time while I was working on his laptop for another reason. It wasn't a clean recording or anything. It was just, he even messed up the dialogue a couple times, but then corrected himself, plopped it in this AI, and I'm spacing on the name of what the AI was. But then it gave him a list of all the different voices he can change his voice to. JFK, fucking... all sorts
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
people.
what we need. All these conspiracy theorists to talk to JFK.
But it was
That's
like-
exactly what we need these days.
Michael Jackson, all sorts of shit.
Elvis has never left the fucking building now.
Elvis was one. It was crazy where it cleaned up the recording. It made it a clean sounding recording. Got rid of all the errors that he said while he was doing the monologue.
One of his
time.
Bob Marley, and he was like, "Hey man, what you do?"
I'm putting
couldn't
this
believe on how
on here. We're doing that.
I
We're
gotta.
doing that on the
I'll
podcast.
ask the team what it was called,
Yeah.
because he said it was a free thing that he was
Yeah,
doing.
if you want to
so
write it in the comments, then
We'll
we don't have
find
to
it.
rely on Noah's terrible memory. That'd be super great.
It was. Yeah, I do have really bad memory, especially with
Well,
what's
only
going on at work
one
right
thing
now.
shorter
I'm
than
so
your dick, and
stressed,
it's
but
your
it doesn't
memory.
matter. Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about this. I have been very intoxicated prior to this podcast.
Oh, they
and
can tell.
during this podcast.
They can
Right?
tell.
It's like every time. The one time I even had to put a clip.
I'm never drunk,
Oh, okay.
Yes, you were. You had sunburn. That was the word.
but I didn't show up for the podcast that day. We didn't film.
No, when we did film,
That's
though, you
true.
still had your sunburn. And that's why
I
posted
did.
the
My
video.
fucking. I look at those clips and I'm like, fuck. I'm fucking. I can't say the word I'm thinking of right now, but
That's
can't
good.
say it on
I
the
don't
video.
want to know what it is. 'Cause
but
I'll
yeah,
have to
he-
bleep it out. Don't fucking say it.
he clicked one button and it within 30 seconds it re-voiced the entire thing. And
That's crazy.
it sounded scary good. It cleaned up all the background noise because they're right next to our server room, so that it's very loud in there. It cleaned up all of that and made it sound like whoever he clicked on. He was able to get my voice to play. All he had to do was record like 2 sentences of me talking, and
Wow.
then it could change his voice to my voice.
Wow.
So AI is getting scary good,
Oh
scary
my
quickly.
god! I want to train this thing, and then we're gonna have it called Gabby.
Can you pass the phone, please?
It's gonna be. Hi, Gabby. This is Noah. I'm gonna have to change things about our wedding.
You want me to call her right now?
Joe has dropped his pants and showed me his wiener, and I'm now in love with that tiny little mushroom. I just can't have any
It
other
looks
way.
close enough to a vagina, so I'm good. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, when it goes in, it's all the thing.
It's
So.
like an innie, not an outie. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I
wasn't
mean,
talking
imagine
about
how
the
many
car.
people would use that for nefarious purposes, because it's gonna
That's
happen.
the scary thing about it, though.
I mean, I was watching a video the other day where it's like AI is a tool, just like a knife is a tool. Put it in a chef's hand.
A knife can be good.
Yeah, put it in a chef's hand or put it in a murderer's hand. It's
We need to have, not to get into politics, but we need to get some sort of like control over what people can do with AI quick.
especially when they're putting it in delivery dogs. All right, they could be really dangerous.
Could you imagine the
Biting
delivery
people
dog
in the
just
ass.
like,
No, but I want it to bite people.
fuck you!
Like, the guy, like it's walking down the street, right? And the guy just won't get out of its way so he can deliver the pizza, so it bites him. Like it's been barking at him for a mile. And now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, oh. I know, he's
I
not.
don't know
here.
why we let him in here.
Because I'm Gen
We're
Z.
gonna need
Dude, why do we have to
we're gonna
wait
need
till...
a tablet to walk him around.
Why did we have to... Oh, well, I guess so. I was thinking, why do we have to wait till AI to make the AI dogs deliver the pizza? Let's just strap it to a regular dog. Then again, I was like, oh.
And that's animal abuse.
Come on! No, that sumbitch just gonna be like chasing his tail the whole time. Like, there's pizza around here. There's pizza.
Smells good. Smells good.
I smell it.
It does a freaking backflip to get to
So
it.
Joe willingly just said he would abuse an animal.
No, I said, why don't we abuse animals? I didn't abuse the animal myself.
Yeah, fuck. Why don't we? Fuck, let's do it. Shit.
There's a difference.
Well, we don't really need AI either because the way that my Boston Dynamics robot works is the tablet that I have has all the cameras of the robot as well. So realistically, you could just employ a guy at the Domino's to just have the tablet all day.
Yeah, but
and
most
just
likely you could probably just have the GPS spot and have it run there and back because it could use regular street information that it has available.
Right, if it can have some sort of, maybe if it's even integrated with whatever Tesla's autopilot system is, it could just walk itself. But I don't think Boston Dynamics is there yet, from what I've seen with our robot at least. You can map certain like warehouses and things, but you can't just map street. Like you would have to go with it, just like the Google Maps vans, and map that whole area.
Well, if I was spending $300,000 for these things for my fucking Domino's franchise, I might walk down the street and have that fucker learn every goddamn
All
road.
right.
This is a crack in the sidewalk, and that's the crack addict across the street.
Yeah.
And if you see Bill over there, run the other way because he has ill intentions.
He will take your pepperoni with jalapeno.
Like training videos for your, instead of training videos for your dog, training videos for your AI dog.
So here at this
Robot
franchise,
dog.
we use Boston Dynamics robots. They might try to lick peanut butter off your balls. It's just because Noah used to work here.
Yeah, he already trained it. It's a program in there. Move topics. Have we talked about the
We've got-
robot dog enough?
I think the robot dog has been beaten enough, and we also beat Noah enough, so we can.
Yeah. We had some.
Cheers, fuckers.
Sorry about your employment.
Yeah, I might get fired. It's okay. I love my job. It's
Don't
a dream
worry.
job, but yeah, I'll get fired for this 127 subscribers.
Dude, they're our family.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of
we
which,
could go
we're
into
up
that.
to 127. What are we doing?
We were at 99 forever, and
Oh
we
my
creamed what?
God, just
we,
edging the fuck out of us.
99
At
red
99.
balloons, bitch.
Oh,
we
my-
gained 28 in a week.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Like, we had two that went really well. For people that are keeping up with the podcast, we'll just give a little update on the podcast here.
Here, Doug, this is for you, boy.
Doug, our Lord and Savior,
I
he
love you,
believed
Doug.
in us the whole way.
Just give me some weed, man.
Yeah.
Go at Yinzer Golf for
Right.
that clip right
We've
there.
had Yinzer Golf on the channel before.
Twice, and they flopped twice.
Right. We were new back then.
John doesn't
You
watch
just
this
wait.
far. John
We're gonna-
doesn't watch this far.
That's true anyways, right? We're going to have a collab. It's going to be great. We'll do it on the golf course.
That
Maybe
would be really fun.
I was thinking it was nice out today. We should have took it up there, but I was like, I'd have to carry the tripod, and I'm kind of fat, so we're not doing that. So
He never even mentioned this to us, so it was definitely a very short idea.
He never
the
mentioned
idea was like as long as my dick. So
I've never golfed before in my life, so it would never have worked out as
Yeah,
easily.
we'll do it on the putting green. They'll love it. We'll put the table down with the legs and shit digging in.
It's like, oh, this is Ken's first time. We brought him along.
We'll just do everything to make all the golfers complain. We'll do it. We'll just be like, do it on the course, and people will be like hitting balls, like right
on the
across
driving
the
range.
table. It'll be fine. On the range. Oh my god, we got helmets on. I'd do it.
So back at the complaint department,
Pink.
we'll be right back. Joe has a concussion.
Right? Oh my. So you
But
said
the-
some of the comments were funny, so we're
Yeah.
gonna read some of those comments out.
We got to piggyback off the 127 subscribers. So during that whole fiasco of 28 subscribers in a week, thank you. TikTok finally paid dividends for us. These two don't trust TikTok, but we did have one clip
I
go
don't
viral.
trust China with my information. That's what I don't trust. all right?
Oracle servers are the ones that we don't have to get into this. They have the servers on United States soil.
You are still young, and someday you will learn.
they told you. They're not lying to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Just like AI
they don't
told
have
us.
my
Still-
social security
it's
You
number.
fine.
still believe everything they tell you. Wait till you get to a little older, and then you find out how much they fuck you.
Honestly, I don't need another app on my phone to just suck my life away.
I love TikTok.
That's it. It wouldn't matter
I
if
love,
it's
I
anything
love
else.
doom scrolling. I love it. But
I've limited
during
it.
that 28 subscriber gain, we also went viral on TikTok. We had 200, as of this video, we have 220,000 views on one of our videos, 40,000 likes, 6,000 favorites, 400 comments. It was absolutely
And
fantastic.
it's Joe just getting pissed off because Apple fucked him in the
MacBook Pro!
Everybody knows. Everybody knows they fucked up. I'm just
It-
glad that it finally resonated with the crew.
It was-
right? Like, come
Honestly,
on.
and it was the best week of our lives, at least for me. It was fantastic.
I mean,
just
we were
watching the fucking view count.
Watching the wave.
Well,
because
we saw it,
It was
and it
fun.
was like 80 views the first like couple hours, and then I'm like, all right, another dud,
Yeah.
and then it just fucking skyrocketed. I was at a concert, Lord Huron, for anybody that listens to them.
Never heard of him.
And
I don't know what that is. Sound like you just cursed.
we were there from like 2 hours before the concert all the way through the concert, and when we sat down waiting in line, it was at 40,000 views or something. And I looked at my sister and my fiance, and I'm like, there is no way that this gets to like 50,000.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then I refreshed, and it went to 47,000 in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, it got 7,000 views in 2 minutes. That's fucking crazy.
There's a lot of people with no time out there that just want
Yeah.
to hear Joe bitch about shit.
It's
apparently.
it's crazy. So 220,000 views when we first started. It's at 33,000 likes.
So
Or-
the way we're going to say thank you is we can read out some of the comments that we thought were pretty damn funny.
Thank you guys. This was awesome, and to see you guys commenting and talking about laptops and computers in general, we reached the right audience for this TikTok, obviously. So let's hope that we can do that in the future. Other big statistic: we had 46 followers before that podcast or before that clip. We have 794 followers now on TikTok. Just from that video, because every other video after that's gotten 100 views.
Some of them might, some of them might not even be bots too.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
A few people might actually be real.
3 of them are Boston Dynamic dogs.
Yeah.
They're checking us out now. Like, Noah, we're watching him.
Right? The dog's like, scroll.
So people,
Like, I know that guy, scroll.
people were very interested in the cup. A lot of people want to know how the hell that cup went so far up in the air without you flipping it.
This is not a trampoline. It's just a table, but it did like...
There was one person.
It flew so to my face. It was like
I can't. I'm not going to be able to find it. I might find it, but there's 434 comments. Somebody wanted to know. Hopefully you're watching right now. You're definitely not watching.
No, reply to the timestamp in the thing. We'll
You
reply.
went like this, and it went up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you kept doing this, and you kept adjusting the glass. They wanted to know why the fuck you kept saving the glass, and then you fucking do this, and it goes up in the air. Like there was a point where you fucking went like this, and you kept holding it to get it to get it nice and tidy, and then you fucking do it again, and it went up in the
Because he
air.
was trying to keep himself controlled, and then he got so worked up he just couldn't anymore, and it was already empty. So he's like, "Fuck it, we're doing it."
Listen, the budget on the podcast is not high. We blew it on just the glasses. If the glass breaks,
and your $3,000 MacBook.
I can't. Oh yeah, I can't afford to buy another glass. I had to protect it, and I had no idea when I hit it, it would literally look. Normally, it just stays, but it was because
empty.
once it
was pretty
flipped
empty,
and
yeah.
emptied, then I hit it. It fucking flew.
So for the
Yeah.
people in the comments, can we get a consensus from you? I know you do have a MacBook Air. You have a MacBook Air?
I have a MacBook. Well, they probably haven't seen it because we usually cover it with the
Yeah.
thing.
So
but
he-
yeah, I have a MacBook Air
He
now.
does have a MacBook Air, but people were concerned that you were talking about like the modern day MacBooks, and people were quick to say there is an HDMI.
Not the modern day
And
ones.
the
No, we are
Pro-
talking about the pre.
and the Pro has an SD card. So we were talking about. I kept commenting it. Nobody probably saw
We
it.
are talking about the last Intel ones prior to this.
From 2016 to 2019 was when Apple went for form over function.
Yes.
They went for thinness. They didn't give a shit about the pros.
Yes. That was what I was
And you
referring
never
to.
actually owned one of those.
No.
You kept
I
your Retina
wanted-
MacBook Pro throughout that.
I
Yeah,
own
because
one.
I
He does
had
not.
to. Yeah,
I do too.
exactly.
I own an M1 with 2 USB-Cs on it. It was before they did the facelift. That
I
they
have the
now.
i9 Pro that has the 4 USB-Cs.
Yes. And now I have the Air because it was cheaper. I only spent like $700 on that Air. It's got 2 USB-Cs, but it also has the power port.
It has an
So I can
HDMI
plug-
too, right?
No, not the Air.
Not
So you
his,
just
no.
have
I'll
2
go get it.
USB-Cs.
2
And the
USB-Cs and a
MagSafes.
headphone jack.
MagSafe.
Oddly enough. A headphone jack.
I know, it's so funny
headphone
that
jack.
Apple kept
What
the
are you
headphone
doing,
jack
Apple?
throughout all of the controversy of
Yep.
them getting rid of the headphone jack.
Yep.
It's so funny.
I'll go get it. That'll sound good on the audio.
It kept the headphone jack, yeah.
Right? They have get back in here. This is
Oh, what happened there? Oh, is that from the...
That's the tape, right? So on this side, they have the 2 USB-Cs, boop, boop, and then the power. So now, anybody who's an adult that does video, you can have 2 hard drives.
Though, or do you use USB-C to charge?
You can use both, but I use
I've
MagSafe
heard the new
because I'm an
MagSafe
adult.
sucks. I've heard it sucks. People say the magnets aren't very strong.
No,
Not really.
They were never.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
that's the
not
whole
designed
point.
to be.
That's
They're
the whole
not
point.
designed. It's so
But
that when
this
you get...
one's way thinner.
Comes right off. Yeah.
Yes. So, but now anybody... That was my thing, was like anybody who does video production is going to need 2 because you're going to need 2 hard drives. Because you always have a backup hard drive.
That's the thing that I always
for
have
whatever
the
you're
issue
doing.
with is that this is fine now for 2 USB-Cs. You get by, right? You get by. Even with... You probably use a dongle.
No.
No. he
For your
doesn't.
SD card?
He hates
None of that?
dongles. He's very.
Oh, for my
dongle.
SD card, yes.
But these motherfuckers did it in 2016.
Yeah.
It was too soon.
Yeah.
And it was too soon when they took the DVD drive away, but it was close enough
Yeah.
that we were already moving to portable USB hard drives and all that. This was too soon for USB-C. And it shows because they didn't fucking switch their iPhones to USB-C until last year.
Yeah, but they only did that because they
Lightning
lost
was making them money.
They only did that because they lost the EU case.
Yeah.
And had to.
Well, and because everything MFI certified was making them money. So every
Yeah.
time anybody bought a Lightning cable, it made them money.
Well, and like...
But they were the first ones to make a USB-C device. If you remember, well, not the first to make it but mainstream, the MacBook, just the regular MacBook in 2015. I don't know if you're aware of that one. It was a MacBook. It was the thinnest MacBook ever made. It had 1 USB-C, not 2.
Yeah,
1.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
And it had
Yep.
the motherboard was about this big. It just had an Intel M chip on it, and it sucked. It was the worst MacBook ever made. They were the first ones to ever do a USB-C only computer to try and make it mainstream, and yet they still only kept Lightning on their computer or on their phones for years. It's
Because
crazy.
they made money on
Well,
Yeah.
my argument with Apple being dumb as nails sometimes is like when you remove a disk drive, you're removing that much space, right? That's how much a disk drive took up. Where you're like, we all kind of get it. Like, that's a lot.
And that's when they
But
meant
you
the
wanna-
batteries internal too.
Yeah,
so they were
but
like-
then they want to like, I don't know how I keep unlocking your phone. Like,
It's
that
raised-
thing, if that thing thinks I'm as fucking as ugly as you are, like, god damn. So, anyways,
it's raised to wake, piece of shit.
what? Stop inventing shit we
I
don't
actually
need,
hate that.
Apple.
I
He
usually-
doesn't have a passcode on his. That's
Yes,
what
I
it is.
do.
What he's saying is why is it letting him see your things?
Oh, I have that turned off. I can see
that's
my
why.
notifications.
He just
I
has
don't
it
care about people seeing my notifications because
Right. But-
unless Gabby's sex talking me, which she never does. But
Heyo, heyo. You want me to help? You want me to sex talk you?
yeah,
I got huge
nice.
tits, I'll tell you.
I was going to say we can have Joe get Grok involved.
Yeah, right? He was looking it up after
Ara
he
was
left.
telling him all kinds of stuff to do.
So I
what were
get
you
it.
getting
They
at?
were taking away a CD drive. You're like, cool, man. Like,
More
I get
space
it. You
for
can,
RAM, you
exactly.
know?
Well, yeah, and battery. But then you're taking away like a little port. You're like, bro. It was like when they took the headphone jack from here, and you could see in when they popped them open, they didn't do jack shit with that spot where they took the headphone out. But not that we need headphones, but they did get rid of it a little early, but that's Apple. Now we don't, now nobody has them, but you know what? It was good when it fucking worked.
I am totally with, and this is going to be very controversial. I'm totally with Apple getting rid of the headphone jack. They just did it in the wrong manner.
Yeah!
Because in that same press conference where Phil Schiller said, Apple has courage. We have courage to get rid of the headphone jack.
Was that
30 minutes, not even 30 minutes later, they go, we're introducing a new product into our product line today, AirPods. So they made the problem and created the solution, or created the problem and made the solution within 30 minutes of their press conference. But, like Joe said, I think that they made the right decision because we were all moving to a wireless
Yeah, but they
future
should have just
anyway.
explained that when they did it, it was mainly to help make them more water resistant and waterproof too.
But it was
That
also
was
to
one
make
of the
them
things
more
they were trying
money
to shut
too.
down.
Yeah, but I mean, I will say I've dropped this in the pool. I've dropped this in water. I when it's really dirty, I just run it over the sink. I have no problem doing that with my phone now, and it has no issues. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if that made it more water resistant, that's fine. But they were just trying to sell you a $160 headphone solution, and I bought into that solution. We did the math a couple of weeks ago at work. I've spent over $1,000 on AirPods over the past 5 years, whether it be losing
Oh,
one
mine have
AirPod.
gone fuzzy.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that.
I love my AirPods though. I know what you're saying, fuzzy.
It's mine went fuzzy, and then I didn't meet the extended requirement to have them fixed. So when you put them in,
That was actually like a big issue. Like
it's a huge issue.
it was a gate. Like it was considered a gate. You know what a gate is? Like a.
So
like
I have four.
What are you
Ben
talking
gate,
about?
Ben gate.
Oh.
It was like a AirPods gate.
I have 4
Fuzzy
sets
gate.
of AirPods.
How did I miss this? Oh, because I don't have them, so I don't care.
And out of my 4 sets of AirPods, 2 of them have the fuzz. Now, one of them has the fuzz just when you put it in, it like fuzzes like static for a second until both of them are in, and it kind of standardizes the
Are
pressure.
they the pros?
Yeah, they're both the pros.
Yeah.
And
The
it'll
noise
standardize
canceling can be a real issue with
the
those.
noise canceling
The
kind of
mics.
stops, and then it's fine again. But I have another set that when as soon as you put them in, if the noise canceling's on at all, it instantly is just TV static.
I
the
have one that
whole
makes a
fucking
high-pitched
time.
noise when it does that too.
And I've called it. I've reached out to their support and everything, and there was an extended warranty on ones. But the problem is that mine didn't start doing it until that extended warranty said go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck with these. I just threw them away because what else are you gonna do?
So they have a known issue with their product, and
Yeah.
then even though they're like, yeah, but you got like 90 days to bring it to us. Is that what they said?
It was like a
Well,
year. Yeah, I think they give you extra.
Yeah, but
year.
then after a year, they're like, nah, that's
Go
not a
fuck
problem
yourself,
anymore.
yeah.
I think and
That's
this
not
is gonna
okay.
be the
Yeah,
Apple
buy
fan.
new ones.
This is going to be the Apple fanboy in me.
Okay.
I think they handled their issues like this very well compared to other companies.
Wrong. I disagree because
Some
agree
of the
with
big
Joe.
ones. Some of
the
the big
moment
ones.
the moment that I'm not the only one in the world, and I can find this easily on the internet that other people have the same issue, and you've acknowledged that this is a manufacturer issue, which is why you're issuing the extended warranty. That extended warranty should be for a lifetime of people that bought it. It should
don't
not
disagree.
be
I
for a
don't disagree.
fucking limited period of time because
But
you would
find
have
me
collected
Sam-
my money
find-
a year ago and 2 years
find
from
me
now.
an issue where Samsung ever actually cares about their users and they provide that either. It's not just Apple. We can't just say that it was Apple that does this.
I mean,
What-
I feel if I found a Note 7, I could turn it in.
Yeah. But they also
If it
they-
didn't blow
cautiously-
up yet,
I'll give that to
like I'm
Samsung.
going in with it like, here you go. Apple's yet to bring down a plane, so
Samsung, I will give it to them. They handled that very well. That was a really bad situation for them to handle very well. They wound up taking everybody's phones back. They either gave them a credit for the amount that the phone was worth, or they bought them a whole new phone. And then what they did with all of those, I don't know if you guys have ever done research on this because I thought it was really interesting.
Nah.
They took all of the Note 7s that they were able to take back in, and even the ones that they had already built, took the batteries out of them, put in new motherboards and different batteries, and rebranded them as the Note 7 Fan Edition, and then resold all of those. But it was like 8 months after the Note 7 came out. It was so close to the Galaxy, whatever the new Galaxy was, so nobody bought them. But it was really cool that they did that. They didn't just make it all e-waste. But Apple did a really good one, and it took them a long time, so I will give them a ding on that. You didn't own that computer, but from 2016 to 2019, they
The
had something
butterfly
called the
keyboards.
Butterfly keyboard.
I heard about them.
And I have one at home that I actually just gave to Carol. It was a MacBook Air with the Butterfly keyboard.
But that's what
The-
pisses me
the
off. They
issue
did
with-
it for the butterfly keyboard, but not for my fucking AirPod Pros. God damn it!
The issue with... You ever heard anything about the Butterfly keyboard? It didn't go.
Did you hit the button?
Yeah,
Yeah, put that away before it...
Move this over here.
Put it on the trash can.
I
yeah.
did, but apparently I
That
hit it like
3000
Noah that it didn't go off.
So...
I got that
Butterfly
used.
keyboards were when they made the MacBooks all really slim.
Yeah.
They made the keyboards, the mechanism like half the height.
Yeah.
The problem with those was any sort of dust or crumbs that got into those keyboards would immediately either make the key stop working, or double press the key, or the key wouldn't click at all. And for a long
What's the
time,
difference
they
between not working
but
and...
for a long time they said it's not an issue. Just keep your laptop. What'd you say?
I'm fucking with you.
Oh.
You said the same thing twice.
Yeah, it's like
But for a long time, Apple was like, it's not an issue. Just,
Oh, they love to do that.
If you keep your laptop clean, it's not an issue. But it became so widespread that they made a whole program for it. They would either replace your keyboard with like a newer model of the Butterfly keyboard, or if you brought it in more than it was like the Lemon Law. If you brought it in more than twice, they just gave you a brand new computer. So a lot of people took advantage of that. There was people that had like i5 MacBooks Airs, and by the time they brought theirs in the second time, they didn't have that MacBook Air anymore, and they would get them like an i9 MacBook Pro. So
Well, their fault for
it is their fault. They innovated to the point, they innovated themselves into a corner. Because that keyboard mechanism was really cool, but it was never made to be useful for years and years and years. Because my
Nothing's
M1
made to be useful for years and years.
But
and
my
years these
M1
days.
MacBook Pro has that chassis, has the 2 USB-C chassis, but it has a normal keyboard like your Mac.
Because if
Oh,
things
So
were
they
made
admitted
for
that it was a
lifetime,
fault.
they would have lifetime warranties on them if they were made for lifetime. The
True.
problem is everything has a 1-year warranty because they know it's going to fail and they don't want to be fucking responsible for it later.
You're not wrong.
and they charge such high prices.
But it's not just Apple
So like,
anymore either.
boo-hoo. Oh yeah, I know, right?
The
Everybody.
Dell
does.
laptop I have at work was like $1,600.
You know what, and it's going a little bit back into it, but
I guess we're not reading comments from the viral TikTok, but it's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
the word pro is being abused
Overused.
for just the purpose to rip money out of people's hands. This is the pro version. When it used to be
got you.
yeah,
When
it used
they
to be
tag the pro on it,
professionals use it, which means they're specialized in this way for somebody who makes money with it.
Go back to the early 2000s. Go back to when the MacBook Pro, or I guess mid 2000s, when the MacBook Pro came out, and they had what they had: the MacBook, the plastic clamshell MacBook.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry, I'm only using Apple, but they're the easiest with the product line to describe.
They're the worst offenders of the word
but
pro.
but back then they didn't do that. They had the
right,
clamshell.
right, correct.
Initially,
But they're
good,
the easiest ones to explain.
Yeah.
Because like Dell, they change their model numbers all the time. Like we've had MacBooks forever. We have Inspirons, but you can buy a $200 Inspiron or a $3,000 Inspiron.
Yeah.
So you had the clamshell plastic MacBook, and then you had the MacBook Air. That was the one that everybody thought it was cool. You know, it was cool to buy a really thin.
It fits in an envelope.
But you bought the MacBook was the everyday person. Yeah, it could fit in a fucking minute. Fucking hate that stupid shit. Anyways. They got the clamshell one. That was for 99% of the people out there. Then you had the MacBook Air. You had the MagSafe and the couple USB ports and whatever. Then you had the MacBook Pro. It had the super drive that could read, write, and burn DVDs. It had DVI. It had 4 USB ports. It had everything you could possibly need. It had a graphics card. It had the top-of-the-line Intel chip. Now what's the difference? You have your MacBook Pro. What's the difference between, or MacBook Air? What's the difference between your MacBook Air and the current MacBook Pro?
It's a little thicker, a little more powerful, and has more ports.
And it has an HDMI port.
And an SD card reader.
Okay. But
That's it.
the Apple Silicon chip, how much more
Ooh.
powerful is that MacBook Pro Apple Silicon
Not
chip?
enough to change my decision.
Back then, it was a big deal if you bought a MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
You brought that puppy home and you're like,
Yeah.
shit, I'm going to do some real work on this
Yeah.
thing.
They
You
did
do
it.
all your work on the MacBook Air and it's no
Yeah.
problem.
No. It does randomly slow down though when I go to open up like a Final Cut project, and I don't know if it's the hard drive. I can't figure out if it's a hard drive.
It can't be the SSD at that point.
It's not. It's hard.
He's talking about his external hard drive.
spinning.
Oh.
So I can't figure out if it's like a hard drive sleep issue. It was what it seems like.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the video clip's playing
Once it
slow.
revs up,
I
it's
click
like-
on it and then it's like gotta load the entire project, and you're like,
The
bro,
buffer cache.
I'm like, I don't need the whole project. I just need the timeline. Like, it's like
It could be the way that Final
Yeah,
Cut handles
it's-
that or whatever
yeah.
you're using.
I think it's like, let's wake up everything. You're
Yeah.
like, calm down. I just need this little clip, but it's gonna wake up the whole project.
I mean,
Probably a
modern
Final
day
Cut
too.
thing, but anyways.
When iPhone came out with Pro, when was the first Pro? 11 Pro? 10 Pro Max?
After the X, yeah, so it would have been 11.
10s Pro Max or whatever.
Because the iPhone X was the last one before they started adding the Pro to every fucking thing.
What was the difference? What's the difference between my phone, I had the 15 Pro, and the 15? It has one
This is
camera,
the
and it has a
Pro
120
Max.
hertz display. That's the only difference between...
Really?
Well, and they got rid of the slider, and they made it a button. This is a customizable button.
Yeah.
It's
Got
not
rid
a
of the
big...
slider.
It's not a
Yeah,
big speed
This
button.
is a button
That
now.
sucks,
you can program
man.
it to be
I
whatever.
like
that
it.
was like the
I like it.
best.
I like it. I don't need a silent button. My phone's always on silent. Now I can
That's
do
a
this.
good point.
Now I can do
That's
this.
a good point.
Yeah, I can turn my
That's
flashlight.
crazy. I wish Android had that feature.
They do have that feature. I'm just saying I like it. But
We don't-
it's one camera and 120 hertz display is the only things that I can tell that are different.
I upgraded to the Pro Max, and the only thing I got different was the LiDAR. It came with this one.
Yeah.
This was the first one that had
LiDAR
LiDAR
sensor.
available.
So is that just a better feature, or is it a feature for professionals? That's what I'm saying. They're
LiDAR
using
can
the
be
wrong
used to
Now,
map
term.
rooms,
the
especially with
reason-
Apple Vision Pro.
The reason that LiDAR was originally put in these was to help with night vision and low lighting so that you didn't have to convert to that infrared color, but you could use the full regular color. So in that case, I could say maybe it was for professionals.
And some crazy
But how
accurate
many
measuring is too, because there's a measuring app on this phone, and it can map the whole room for me,
Yeah.
and then measure like how like this little thing. It can measure the centimeters around this thing.
Android's been able to do that forever.
I'm saying the LiDAR sensor can make it scary accurate though.
Yeah, it's
okay.
pretty good, yeah.
But I don't, and the LiDAR is now used for Apple Vision Pro.
But the problem is that back then you would think, right, okay, I have an iPhone that can do this, but who wants to film a movie in iPhones? But then it fucking happens, and then it makes waves and gets shit. So you're like, well, I guess there is at least some market for that. So I agree that they do fucking put that Pro on everything that it shouldn't be these days. But I think in some cases, it was originally intended to be that way, even with this still, because it was like, okay, this was the Pro Max. This was the only one that had the LiDAR. So yes, you had to get this version to get it.
What one is yours?
This is the 15 Pro Max, I think.
I mean, I have LiDAR, and I'm on the 15 Pro.
Whatever it is, I don't know. This was
I have
the
no
first
idea.
time that it
I
happened,
just know
so
that this is a LiDAR sensor.
You know what though?
15
Yeah.
Pro Max,
Yeah.
You know, when Steve was kind of right about that, how making it so simple, like, especially, I mean, that is one of the worst things about the Android world. Like, I don't even know what Samsung's even up to now. Honestly, when I go look for a phone case, I have to look up the model of my phone.
Fucking
Because
right.
What do you have?
this is a Galaxy S22 Plus, maybe?
I think
I have to look it up, dude.
I
I
don't
have to
even
go to my
know-
settings and look at it
I'm
because
gonna
I
admit-
don't remember if it's a 23, 22, plus, plus max. Like,
I'm going to amend your
Ugh.
statement for you. I don't
Go
think
ahead.
it's. I don't think it's Pro. I think it's just using crazy model names for literally everything nowadays. It's you just said it. Like Carol's phone, I think she had the S21 FE Plus or something, Fan Edition Plus. But they have now she has like the S24 Plus Ultra, whatever the bullshit is. I feel like Apple's a big offender with this too. I mean, they call the 120 hertz display on my phone, they call it the Pro Display X Retina Max Pro, some bullshit, some all sort. It's like this long is the, and when you see it on their like WWDC and they show the fucking phrase and they say it like they mean it, it's like you guys really believe in that fucking model name. But it's like everything now is just so long. It's like no, I own an iPhone. I own
Yeah.
you own a Galaxy. That should be it.
yeah.
It's just like
It
how they
is-
standardized iOS names now. It's
Yeah.
iOS
That was-
26.
Thank goodness I feel so bad. Like, oh my gosh, like the watch was one thing, and then the iOS was another thing, and then
And
that
Mac
was like,
OS was
dude, it should
different,
just
yeah.
be the year, bro.
Dude, it was horrible when I had Android, and you're like, "Do you have Jelly Bean?" And I'm like, "I've had
Oh,
fucking-
no, I
had
have
God.
ice cream."
I have Kit Kat.
with,
Oh, when they
sprinkles.
did that. Well, they honestly, I think when they would start with Android, they're like, no, let's go after ice cream because they didn't think it was gonna catch on. Like,
And then Google bought them and they're like, shit.
they're like, we better.
Lollipop.
And then they didn't stop, just be like Lollipop 2, Lollipop 3. Now we sound like Lollipop.
What are you guys now? Is it just numbers?
It's just numbers now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What is
They-
it right now? Can you tell me off the top of
Nope.
your head?
I'd have to look it up again because it's just a mess, and it's like the incremental improvements. Like,
See, with
how
iPhone, it's
often
so
are you going to go
uniform
back
now.
and get another iPhone unless you lose it? Because it used to be like, oh, I dropped it in the toilet, new phone. You know, I dropped it off a cliff, new phone. Like the
Or
glass
the
scroll-
horsepower on my phone, like the
Oh.
chip doubled in performance in the last year and a half since I've got my iPhone 4. Might as well get the iPhone 5. They doubled the size of the screen.
Yeah.
And they gave me more battery and all the. Now it's like every iPhone's the same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, pretty
it's the
much.
same thing with the Galaxy.
Yeah,
This is my forever phone, and until this battery dies, which is actually getting close,
Yeah, did you
I'm
see
gonna-
the latest
it's
update?
cheaper for AT&T for me to go to AT&T and get a new phone.
The latest update, they made it just like you Jagoff's phone. It used to be pull this down and then you'd have like your notifications and everything. And now they gave us this stupid menu. What's that look
It's
like?
on the other side. Look,
Yeah, ours is on the other side
Yeah.
on the right.
Yeah, it is. It's yours is on the right, mine's on the left.
Yeah.
They just iPhoned it, and I'm like, knock it off! Like,
Because they knew it was better.
no, it's not. It's just the same. And you're
What
like,
did that used
it's
to
like
be?
the engineers in there, like, I don't know what to do, and they're like, make it like the off phone. They're like, okay.
just change the homework a little bit it so it looks like I didn't copy off your
Like,
homework.
fuck, guys. Damn.
Where did that used to be?
It used to all be in the same screen.
I like that about Android, though, because then you
Yes.
could, when it all came down and then you saw like a little bit of it, and then you
Yep.
pulled it down and you saw all of it.
There you
I
go.
like that part
Yeah.
about Android.
And now I'll defend it. Android, you can go into the settings and you can switch it back.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Until
3
they say
years from
no.
now,
Yeah.
it's gone. You just know when they do shit like that, you're like, for now, fucker. Like, they're gonna fuck me. I know.
But
So
it's
I
like-
just
but
switched
it's
now
every
because I'm like,
company now. We have
Might
that
as well
same
use-
shit at work.
I mean, Outlook does that too. They're like, you want to try the new Outlook?
yeah.
Yeah, I want to try the new fucking Outlook. Because if not, you're gonna ask me about it every time I open this goddamn program.
Dude,
Yep.
I'm still on Classic Outlook.
There's
somehow-
gonna be a day.
It's gonna
There's
be a
gonna
day.
be a day.
And
I was on
yeah,
Classic
it's
for a
bad.
while because my one
love
Comcast didn't work
Classic,
with the
though.
new until they went to IMAP, and then it worked, and now I'm on new just because I fucking don't
I
care
love
anymore.
Classic Outlook at work, dude. I know how to use it. It works well. Why do you have to make it a web app? Fuck web apps.
Why do you need to check your email?
I use my email all day, every day at work.
Why?
We get so many emails. We don't only use Teams or anything.
Oh.
You just
see.
say you don't check your emails?
Not usually.
Dude, I get at least 60 emails a day.
I check
If
my
I
emails
didn't
in the morning.
do that,
and
I'd
the
have like 50 by the end of the day.
I have to check them all day because that's how we communicate other than Teams. That's like
Yeah.
that.
See, my work stuff though is pretty much all Teams, instant messages,
Oh, that's
or
why.
video chats or whatever else. But I mean, I might have emails that I'll check in the morning and emails at the end of the day. But it's usually not a lot of emails. It's mostly like instant messages, video calls, chats throughout the day.
But why did Outlook have to make it a web app? It is basically a Microsoft Edge window now. That's all Outlook is now.
Well,
I come in
everything's
late to
gone
the game.
SharePoint,
I only
so.
know, but I don't have the classic. So
I
started with.
I've been using Classic since 2020, so I just know how to use it.
I stayed away from Microsoft. I hated Outlook because I had Outlook like back in the day.
See,
when
my
it was awful.
My email's hotmail.com, so I still use Hotmail. You can
Do they still make those?
you
Yeah.
can still go to
What?
Microsoft's website and you can change your domain.
Bro, when I see that in somebody's email, it's like going like AOL.com, and you're like, how do you
How
still
about,
have that?
I know 2 people that still use Juno.
Oh my
I
god!
don't even think you can go to Juno's website anymore. I think you have to go to another provider to
I think I
fucking-
worked on a guy's computer that had Netscape at one point
Oh my god.
as their email.
Oh
provider.
my god!
Mm.
Anybody?
No, I'm good.
Might as well.
I'll get you some ice here.
Gabby's coming to pick me up so I can keep going. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I don't even know Juno though. I was never alive or functioning on computers when Juno was around.
You don't have the experience of dial-up. You don't know what it's
No,
like.
when my dad got.
You don't even know what dial-up is, do you?
I do know what dial-up
He knows
is.
what it is.
No, did you have to live it?
No, I never had to live
he
it.
didn't have to live it, but he knows it because
I'm a
it's
tech
still
guy.
used for credit cards this day. So
Dude, it's still used for-
a
No,
lot of things.
So that's like text. Who cares?
It's just like how cereal
like
is
when-
still used for gas pumps. You want to talk about a fucking complaint? You have a fucking Tesla.
Well, now.
He never goes to the gas pump.
No, I still have a gas mower.
You
dick
know
weasel.
when you go to the gas pump, I had to do research on this because I started getting pissed off about it. When you go to the gas pump and you try and put your credit card PIN number or your debit card PIN number in, you know how it like sometimes it lags and you have to touch them very slow. You have to go boop boop. Boop. You
Okay.
can't just like. It's because those gas pumps still work on serial. Because it is so expensive for them to rip out that entire gas pump computer whole like system that they still use serial, and serial can only go 1 byte at a time. So you can't type those numbers too quickly, or else it can't register the 4 digits. So you go to that shitty Sunoco in some random area of your wherever you live, and they still have that really slow. It's because it's serial.
Wow.
It's wild.
All the ones in my area have upgraded to tap to
Yeah.
pay now, so I don't even fucking worry about it.
When I go to Harrisburg and I have to fill up my tank there, it sucks. Because all the fucking gas stations there are poverty.
What do we have next on topics?
He was supposed to read the fucking comments.
Yeah.
We've been waiting
Let's
for
do
40
that.
minutes.
I'm gonna need a paper towel, please.
We used them.
Now he has them. We
Look
upgraded.
at this.
Yeah, we brought him. We cleaned the table after Joe's
That's
fucking incident.
Yo. People
No,
love it.
fucker! MacBook Pro!
God damn it.
All right,
That's right.
comments.
If
before you get
nothing else,
distracted.
people remember me for that. I'll be like,
Thanks again to
Steve
everybody.
Irwin of MacBooks.
Fucking, you gonna go?
If
Steve
you
Jobs
waited this
grizzly
long for the
hunting?
comments, wait longer. Noah's getting there.
So the first one I have that I want to read is from blue_dragon, and these are all going to be from TikTok.
Fucking blue dragon.
Well, nobody commented on the YouTube, so
YouTube
Blue
flopped.
Dragon!
Instagram had like 4,000 views, 3.7K or something. But I mean, 220,000. You can't really top that, at least at our scale. Blue Dragon. I miss when laptops had disk drives. Like now it's a pain to watch DVDs on the go. Also, removable batteries for long days was so good. If battery was about to die, you could just swap in another. And you were good for a long time, and you could remove the battery when just wall power to prevent battery bloat.
I agree definitely on that back when we were in slow charging days. Now with fast charging, less of an issue. Especially with the phone.
No,
Like,
depending what you're using
really?
it for, though, because think about it this way. Most of your laptops, if you're not plugged in, it automatically decreases the power that goes to the CPU. So it's automatically limiting the amount of speed that you can use because it knows it has to conserve power somewhere.
Yeah.
So in most of those cases, plugging it in, it has to be no matter what.
Dude,
except for the
I
M1.
mean, again,
Well, this is a 2. but
these
you
are
get the
all
idea.
going to be stories that I've heard because I didn't live this era. I mean, my first
such a little guy.
my first computer was an HP and it ran Windows XP, but it was a hand-me-down from my dad and it blue screen and he didn't know how to fix the blue screen at the time, so he gave it to me as a project. That's how I got into technology.
My first one was a Windows 3.1.
That's awesome.
Nah, I think 95. I think it was a family computer though. You know, we all had one in the house, and it was a desktop.
You guys
and when
aren't
you
that
turned
much
it on,
older than me in the point where you got to...
Nah.
Because I've seen that stuff. I saw Windows 2000 at my grandparents' house.
You know what the best thing about old computers was? When you turned them on, it sounded like it was grinding up crackers.
Right.
It would pull the floppy drive back to the 0 position.
Right, you turn this thing on,
It just goes boom.
There's no
sorry.
noise.
I got
Yeah.
nothing. The other one, you felt like you were doing something.
No. What the best part was, right? You would click
And
that.
it felt satisfying.
Yeah,
Click through the button.
click.
You click it and you hear and you're like, okay, it's still doing something. But nowadays, you click a button and it doesn't do anything. You're like, is it charged? Is it dead? What's it doing?
Dude, oh my
You heard
God.
one more, and
Or
you're
you
like, it's
remember
doing it.
It's still moving.
They still have them on some desktops, but you remember like the beep codes? Do you ever?
Yeah,
you guys
post,
ever get
post
the
codes still
post codes?
exist. Yeah,
Be like, oh shit, 3 beeps, my RAM.
you can
failed.
turn them on.
Oh,
still.
2 beeps, my hard drive failed. You know.
You can turn them on in your BIOS still.
But the stories that
But
I've heard
most
from
people
when I
don't-
was a
don't
kid,
know what
it's
they are,
like
so.
removable batteries was a big thing, especially for some like ThinkPads. I know ThinkPads had dual batteries; they had an internal and external. So if you were running low, you could just take the battery out, and it would still live for a few minutes, and you could pop a new one in, and you have a full charge. I feel like that's pretty cool. That's something that you can't do anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, not there. I don't know there are any laptops that you can swap the batteries in and out of these days.
I think just that.
Cool.
What's that one laptop that has everything is modular? One of
Oh,
my friends
yeah,
had.
I know.
Oh, the LTT one?
Yeah, LTT
He
invested in it.
sponsored it.
He's
Yeah.
invested in it. Yeah.
that's the only one I'm aware
I'm
of.
thinking
yeah.
cyber something, but that's not right. It looks like a settings gear.
All right, next comment.
Yeah, I have one from Tech
I'm going to think of it. Go ahead.
at meticulosis, I guess.
Damn it.
Meticulosis?
Uh,
I let you down,
Meticulous?
Linus. I couldn't think of it.
Meticulous.
Meticulous. Okay. Meticulous.
Meticulous.
Your
Oh, it's
comment.
his username.
Yeah.
I thought it was a word.
He said, and this one will get us going. Look, if they just put the ports, how are they going to sell us all these overpriced dongles? Don't you want a bag of dongles to make your Mac compatible with anything? Well, that's what USB-C is for. We can just plug anything in, except it needs a dongle.
Yeah, and you can overpower that port too. Like as soon as you plug in too many displays, you know what? What the hell is with Apple limiting their amount of displays in there?
Right.
They literally, when you go to the
You do.
Amazon,
You're only allowed 2
You're allowed-
on that one and 1.5 on that
Yeah.
USB-C.
You're only
And
allowed
if you have
2.
both plugged into those USB-Cs, that third USB-C is going to have no throughput.
But if you buy their Pro displays, you can daisy chain them off each other to go beyond that because then it uses the power supply from the other Pro monitor instead of your fucking laptop.
is that why they're? Yeah, but
yeah,
if
it's
you
the
go
power. It's the power delivery.
lame, plug the monitor into the wall. Then
Right.
they could make that. But like if you go on and you look at a dongle, it'll have here's what Mac can do and here's what Windows
can do, yeah.
and it's way different.
Yeah, because Windows will do the extended screen regardless.
yeah.
Mac won't. It will only mirror in some instances because what they're doing is they're just cheaping out on the AirPlay.
How sheeple do they think people are?
Very sheeple. That's why they sell those dongles on Amazon.
But they called it a Pro, Kenny! Sorry. Next.
No, but the other thing, like,
if we had comments, we could just riff the whole time.
Next comment.
No. I got one to add to that. My Dell at work has a throughput issue with USB-C. There's only so much you can push through it.
Yeah.
I have a curved Dell display. It's a really nice one. It's like, I think it was like. It was really nice. It has crazy resolution on it, but it can go up to 90 hertz. But then I also have a ViewSonic that I got as a demo unit that I've been using. It's 100 hertz and it's 2K, so it's whatever 2K. That's not 1440p, is it?
That's a little higher than that, but it's like 1480, I think. I don't know.
I have that, and I have that curved display. I can only get 60 hertz out of that out of the curved Dell with one USB-C plugged into like daisy chain throughout the two. I can get 100 hertz out of the ViewSonic, but I can't get 90 hertz out of the curve because there's only so much throughput that you can put through one USB-C port. But when they only give you USB-C ports on the laptop, you're not left with a lot of choices.
And they don't label them to say this is the one that has the highest throughput.
Yeah, that's the USB 4 port, and that's the USB 3.1 port. Like it's ridiculous.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
How the fart knocker did HDMI become the standard and not DisplayPort? DisplayPort locks in. It has an orientation to it. It's not going to fall out. It seems more better. What happened?
The lock's technically optional. That's
Yeah,
not
the
part of
lock's
the
not-
standard.
Okay, let's
Lock's
put a
not
lock on
required.
HDMI. It's not optional. Like, it's a consumer version. Like, it just seems like what happened. We went down the wrong road. We went down the wrong road as society.
Well, I think the thing is that HDMI took off because it took off on media, and the problem was they couldn't get it.
Blu-ray players stuck an HDMI on the back, and everybody used it.
They started doing it on TVs and stuff, so then they were already stuck with it, and it was cheaper to do
There's
HDMI.
4 HDMIs on every TV.
Plus,
from
if you
2008
do
till now.
DisplayPort, I think you have to pay a licensing fee for DisplayPort, but you don't have to pay for
HDMI is
licensing.
a universal standard,
It's an HDMI universal standard.
Who's got it?
It's just like Ethernet.
Don't tell me Apple.
I think Dell owns DisplayPort. Who
Oh,
owns
come on.
DisplayPort?
gonna
Really?
look
They're
it
going to
up.
hold on to that?
Look at who owns DisplayPort. Somebody owns the fucking thing.
All right, so if the world screwed up that bad, where's Apple to ride in on the white horse
It
and
says
say,
VESA. VESA.
Visa.
VESA, that's the monitor mount standard.
Yeah.
So
The
that should
Standards
be
Association.
freezies for everybody.
Should be.
So where I was
Dell
getting at,
invented DisplayPort, though.
Dell invented it. Okay. But
They
didn't-
owned it in 2003. They invented it.
I was gonna say originally Dell had a patent on it. I remember that because for a while the only laptops you could get it were Dell.
so we're
And then
yelling.
after it was all over.
So we're
Well, let me add a comment to this that is exactly what I was going to read, too. Flacco, I guess. You have all sorts of crazy characters in your fucking username. Bitch.
Well, there go the comments.
He's taking it offensively.
Oh, man, we only had
He
4.
must have said
Read
some
that.
shitty stuff about
Read
Noah.
that. Read the comment.
It's Flacco. Who's going to tell him USB 4 is faster than whatever HDMI can do? That's why a lot of companies are moving to it because it's not only significantly smaller, it's cheaper and more accessible to everyone because the majority of people have Type C. Who's going to pick a display port when their charging port is capable of doing the HDMI's job?
But you still have to do USB-C to HDMI if it's a TV. You can't.
Yeah, your TV
what
is not
TV
gonna
has a
automatically
fucking
change.
USB-C port on it?
Everybody's
Yeah.
exactly USB. But then there's only 2. There's only 2 ports. That's the problem. I didn't say that it was negative having USB-C. It was I want all my ports.
They're
That
so
son of a
small and
bitch.
tiny. Put 6 of them on my computer.
Thank you. That's what we want. I want 7 of them. I want them all the way around the goddamn laptop. I want 50 of them. MacBook Pro, put fucking 100 around there. She's like a goddamn cheese grater.
There's not enough power for that, Joe.
Fuck you.
And
MacBook Pro, make it
You
bigger.
know this because you've gone through this with your USB hub.
But
to
you
get
were
your
just
fucking
you were
hard
just
drives
saying
to
how
work.
you don't have enough throughput to plug in more than 2 displays. Like,
Right.
fuck.
Got me all lightheaded.
No, but that's the thing with DisplayPort, though. With HDMI becoming the standard, DisplayPort kept falling by the wayside. It became a much more enthusiast-grade display type connector. It would have never been like that if it became the standard. DisplayPort would have never been as good as it is now if HDMI wasn't the standard. I love DisplayPort now. I
Next
use it.
comment.
Yeah, sorry. But
I'm just trying to keep
Maybe.
Junkie going here.
I didn't pound the table. So I don't want to spill all of this.
Chris said they realized they could squeeze out some more money selling the ports separately as a USB adapter, and Apple's adapter is the worst one. It's $70 and it comes with 3 ports.
It is the worst one.
You can get cheaper adapters that come with more ports.
And the bummer is LTT showed us that Anchor sucks, so it's like there is no name brand that's like good with
Kadeem the Dream, 3,000 for a laptop that has less ports, no Blu-ray player, and can't play games. You're not wrong. Apple can't play games.
That is so upsetting.
That is an issue, but I don't know if I can blame that on Apple. Because remember, we went through that.
Go to Apple.
I was gonna say we went through that with Steam a lot. We were trying to find games on Steam that worked on Mac, and I think the problem was that it's not so much Mac that's the issue there as it's the developers aren't developing for people playing on Macs. Because we did find games that work on both.
Yeah, but when they went to M1, I heard they made it even more difficult to develop.
No, they actually have a really good engine and a really good port tool now called Rosetta 2 that can port stuff really easily, and developers choose not to.
Why?
They don't want to work with Apple. Maybe Apple doesn't make it easy for them to port. Maybe Apple asked for a 30% cut like they do on the App Store. I mean, fuck.
That sounds like Apple. Defend yourself, Apple.
There's a lot.
Why you fuck it up.
Tim, you got an invite to the basement, brother. Let's go.
Come on, fucker.
We want to know why I go on Steam that I can't find Mac games for everything.
You can bleep that out, can't you? Too much editing for you?
We discussed if we ever have to talk to anybody outside the podcast, it's going to be Noah. So he's going to be like,
hey, if we ever get sponsored opportunities, who's gonna talk to them?
Noah's
like, what's up, you piece of shit?
Yeah, right? It's gonna be great. We might as well just have Grok talk to him.
Yeah, we'll have Rex call.
Unhinged Rex.
Yeah.
We'll have Rex call up.
There was a lot of people that said it was a valid crash out by Joe. I do agree. It was a very valid crash out. If you spend that much money on a MacBook, you should have Steve Jobs himself come out of his grave and suck your dick.
Was that one comment?
No, I'm saying
that was his comment.
Oh, that was your comment on top of it. Oh, okay.
But then there was a lot of people on the other, and this is what I loved about these comments. There was a lot of people from the Windows spectrum and the Mac spectrum that were kind of arguing against each other. But there is a lot of comments saying someone should tell these guys they make adapters.
We know they make adapters.
They make them. I don't want to buy adapters.
I shouldn't need an adapter.
And
then I shouldn't need to look to see if the adapter works for Windows or Mac. It should work for everything.
Fuck you and your fucking adapters. Fuck.
I got myself in the face on that one.
Here we go.
Joe, you're drinking.
I got it.
This is the issue that we run into with this.
It's okay. I got a refill station, bro. We're good. Let's go.
I just want to take out my $3,000 laptop and plug in my fucking shit.
Bro, you were like that fucking tsunami that hit. You hit all the way over there and it hit me over here. Holy shit!
The whole thing is, if you watch the whole clip, we were bitching about the fact we don't want to have to buy dongles. That's the point!
That's why I paid $3,000 for my phone. Not gonna fucking...
I'm smarter now.
Okay, can we talk about this guy? His username's Shooter McGavin, but he's not Shooter likes it hot. One club combo, extra jalapeno. Shooter likes it hot. Have you seen the Subway commercials?
No.
Everybody else here has it. Especially if you watch our... Actually, we don't have ads on our...
I don't get commercials.
Yep.
No, we don't have ads. You're welcome. We don't have ads.
Just wait.
We can't.
Once AdSense clicks in, we're turning that shit on every 2.5 minutes. This guy said, I want to see if we can figure out what he was saying. This is how I feel, but about Windows 7. Are you saying that Windows 7 was bad? Windows 7 was the best.
Yeah, but he was probably jerking off the Windows XP forever, just realizing that he had all these security
he's saying Windows
holes
7 was the good one, and then they ruined it past Windows 7.
Maybe that could be a good point, because I will say that after Windows 7, Windows 10 was just a beefed up version of Windows 7.
It just had a lot of advertising.
Yeah.
I can't talk.
And Windows 8 and 8.1 sucked.
They don't exist in my opinion. They shouldn't.
You're not wrong. This is crazy.
I went from XP to 10, so in the middle. Sorry.
Most real people had to go to XP to 7 to 10. They didn't have the chance to stay on XP.
I went Mac, so because of film school.
That's why, yeah.
My grandma had Vista, and I remember Vista being a real problem because I became the tech support person.
Vista was an issue.
Yeah, at like 10 years old, everybody was like, "Hey, Noah, can you write me a C++ program?" I'm like, No, I can't rate you. But I'll figure out why your Vista computer isn't working. You know.
Yeah, Vista's an issue. So that one was a Windows.
Wait a minute. How the fuck did his not get knocked over and mine did?
Because the tsunami and
fucking rippled.
I hit here. I don't know.
There and spilled it over
right
here.
Right here's the most solid part of the table because I
Yeah,
have
there
a
is.
fucking.
Oh,
I have
he's got a leg.
So I can do this.
I gotta put my drink over
Look,
here.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, we got to keep them at the anchor point so they don't go flying across the table.
I feel like we're having like a mattress commercial
We do
right
need
now.
to make sure that the. Okay, it still works.
It'd be funny. Look at it tripping. It'd be funny when we're like, component. It would be like underwater.
Yeah,
It
I'm pulling a
dies.
Noah.
It dies on the show.
This guy Don Toner said the whole cut the cord movement set technology back in terms of convenience, and I will die on that hill. What's the cut the cord?
Well,
Saying just don't use cables, just use like subscription.
No,
services?
everybody wanted to be wireless. The
Oh, I
cut the
see.
cord thing. Everybody wanted
Like
to be
when
wireless.
they got rid of the headphone jack and they just sold you AirPods and stuff.
Like you wanted to be able to take your laptop around your house and do things with it because you didn't want to have to be tethered to be plugged in because that was the reason to have a laptop versus a desktop. But if you're using a laptop for professional purposes, it's going to be fucking plugged in at some point, regardless, to something.
Yeah, because like you said, most of the time when you unplug a laptop, you lose the power. And that's why I have a Pro, because I want the...
Yeah, I have Coke on my phone. I just realized.
And we need it plugged in to get that extra power because in our case, maybe we're doing something that needs that power. If we're
Wait,
trying to
remember when you
game
had
on a
to
fucking Mac,
Well,
I need the extra fucking things to get my goddamn controller recognized.
remember when we had USB 2.0,
yeah.
and we still have USB 2.0 everywhere still, like keyboards and mice
It
are
is
still
everywhere.
Yeah.
there. That's a real problem.
It's still in my car. My car is USB 2.0. It's not
Dude,
even 3.
my car is USB-C, but the USB ports are still USB 2.0 standard. Like the ports still only run at 2
Mine
speeds.
is a USB-A port.
Really?
Yeah. It's just
Did
like
they
how-
invent
dude,
new shit
if
to
I
be
had,
old?
if I had the regular iPhone 15, not the Pro, the iPhone 15 only runs at USB 2.0 speeds. And it still
through
has
the
a
port?
USB-C. Yeah, because the chip that they used was a year-old chip, and it was Lightning the year before. So, and Lightning only runs on USB 2.0. But
You just wait till they get rid of this.
I'm waiting for that day. So this guy posted a picture, and he posted a picture of a dongle and a Mac Mini. He says, let me see if I can...
Well, first off, we weren't bitching about the Mac Mini because the Mac Mini didn't lose its ports because I own a Mac Mini and they
The new
still
one
didn't.
did.
Not
new
all
one
of them.
did.
No, the new ones have most of their ports back now. They did switch a lot of the
He said-
USB-A's to USB-Cs,
Yes.
but they didn't lose their
That's
other
what
ports.
he's saying. Deez said, why do I need a USB-C to A adapter? Because they couldn't give brother a USB-A. I have 5 USB-Cs on a Mac Mini. I need a USB-A for my keyboard and another one for my flash drives. Instead of buying them USB-C flash drives, I need to buy an adapter. It's a stationary fucking computer. Why does it? It's still big enough to fit a USB port. Why do we need USB-C ports? Like we could have 5 of them. That's
reason
fine.
they did
Put
USB-C
2
was because
USB-A's. It can fit.
They did it the same reason they did the MacBook. They did it so they could leverage the ports to be
Get a
used for
napkin.
display and
Leave
everything
that
else.
We're running out, brother.
The ports
Save one.
were no longer designed to be used for everything. They were designed to use for everything.
Yeah, and then you could
They
use
meant to
wireless for
be
everything
so you
else.
could do your display port
Well,
out of that, or your hard drive,
These-
or whatever, and you'd have 5 of them.
These, they really wanted you to buy the Magic Keyboard and the Magic Mouse. which
Yeah,
are
then
both
you wouldn't have had to
wireless.
put the keyboard in there. You would have had that one for free, or you could have bought a Bluetooth keyboard and not had to worry about that.
Yeah,
dongle.
fucker, you fucking cheap ass. Buy a fucking Bluetooth keyboard, bitch.
I mean, yes, he's cheap. He bought a Mac Mini. Calm down. We're allowed to do that. That's okay.
It's like Apple acts like they're solving problems while they're creating them.
Today,
at the
this
same
is
Isn't that sounds like politics?
Is it?
Don't they do that too?
today. This
No,
is,
not the fixing it. They don't fix a fucking thing.
today, this is Justin said your crash out could have gone even harder with this topic.
How much harder? Did he want the glass to hit the ceiling? But he's right.
Luna
I could
Shire.
have went. Which is
coulda-
what we're finishing up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
coulda
I've
went
never
way
seen. I've known
harder.
Kenny for a few years now. He's never been this angry before.
Well, the technology. It
Well,
gets,
I-
it
Watch
went-
us. Just watch us.
Okay.
You
I
never
said
know
you
when
didn't
this
wanna
might
see me,
happen.
but-
Because you know what? You go to their house like we are. We're tech support. So we go over, and then when you're looking at them and they look at you like you did it. Like, why does my laptop go so slow? Why does my laptop
Right,
not
and
have
they're
more
always
ports?
blaming us.
And then we're like, I agree. I'm trying to tell Timmy he's not listening. Jimmy
You're
Cook.
so, but you're.
You guys are on first name basis.
Yeah, I felt that. I felt that connection, you know?
I didn't call him Mr. Apple.
Tim Apple.
I know.
But you're so right, though. They just blame us. They just when you're a tech support at somebody else's house, they're like, "Yeah, my computer just works so slow, and I can't get to Google. And why is it like that?" It's like it's not my fault that it's like this. It's not my
Yeah, but
fucking
here's
fault.
the thing, though. Most of those people you're talking to are older.
Yeah.
They don't. First off, they don't care that it's not your problem. Second off, they know it's not your problem, but they need to bitch to somebody, and you're the first person they've seen since God let them out of the womb. So they are looking to have a conversation.
So I think this will hit home for all three of us because I know they stopped doing it as well. Matthew.
I was like, should we guard ourselves?
I have to buckle up now when you read comments.
Matthew Rodder said, wait until they start selling laptops without the chargers or just give you the USB-C cable and no brick.
Yeah, but they do that already now. On
They
some
They do it
cases.
with the phones.
I was going to say the phones do that now, but here's the other thing, though.
Imagine they stopped doing it with laptops. Laptops need 65 watts at least, right?
No, not
Maybe
even.
40?
I was going to say most of them need like 80 now.
I mean, my phone,
depending.
I use a 20 watt.
Dude, the brick that comes with the Air, it can take like 80 or 65. They give you a 40-watt charger in the box. They don't even give you the max charger in the box for it.
But
Yeah.
imagine they stopped
Isn't that
including
crazy?
it. Like, your phone didn't come with a brick, right? Just came with a cable?
My phone's old. I don't know.
Mine just came with a cable when I got it
Mine
2
just
years
had the
ago.
cable. Yeah, it didn't have the
It probably didn't have a brick. Yeah.
didn't have the brick.
I was already pissed off when
That was
Apple
a
stopped
separate
doing
purchase.
that.
Yeah.
I was really pissed off when Apple stopped doing that because even if for the longest time they only used they only gave you the 5-watt brick, which was not the word I want to
Wow.
say. Stupid. They gave you 5-watt until like 2019, 2020.
Wow, really?
And
That
then
little-
for 2 years,
Yeah, that
for
little
2
square.
years they gave you, and that was the one with the full USB size port on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then for 2 years they gave you the USB-C
it was
fast
15
charger,
watts. Yeah.
20.
20.
I have it at home. And then they just stopped. They just gave you the
Yeah.
cable. And
Yeah.
they cited it's easier for us to ship it on pallets. We can ship way more of them and it's more efficient packaging.
Yeah, it's called less weight, less money.
Yeah, we can send 30,000 more iPhones.
It's called more profit.
Yeah, I was
But-
gonna say I didn't see a drop in the phone price.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it was
Here's
it
the
was
best
like
part, right?
$1,000.
I wanna
Now
go to
it's
the Apple-
$980.
I want to go to the AT&T website, and they're going to be like, do you want your phone with the brick or without? If you want the brick, I'll charge you $30 more. And I'm like, you know what? I want the brick. I want the fucking brick.
It pisses me off that they stopped because the way that it, like I said, they had the 5-watt with the full USB, and then they did 2 years of the USB-C brick. But then you got to think about most people aren't like me, where for a long time I would get a new phone every year. I would just get the new one. I thought it was cool to get the new one. A lot of people only had that little tiny 5-watt brick with the full size USB. But then they started including only the USB-C cable, where it had the USB-C on one end and the Lightning on the other. So a lot of people would get a new phone without the fucking brick.
Yeah,
And it would
have
have,
no way
a
to plug it in.
USB-C, and they wouldn't have a way to charge the fucking phone when it came back to that. When they first got it, it's fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, if you bought one of these and you didn't have one prior, there was nothing to charge
If you
with.
got an iPhone 10 and you went to
That's what I did. I went from a
crazy.
10 to a 15, and I had to go buy the adapter because I didn't have any. And at the time, I hadn't bought my Mac yet that had fucking 4 of them.
But then there was the point too where there's so many iPhones still out there with Lightning, and people are still using in 2025 a 5-watt brick because it's the only fucking brick that Apple gave people for so long.
Yeah.
So my little sister charges her phone at 5 fucking watts in 2025. It takes her 4 hours to charge her iPhone 12.
It's like she has to go uphill 12 times a day just to get her phone charged. Like it's some kind of third world thing. Like she's got to go up the hill just to get her phone signal.
Isn't that fucking wild though that they only included the fast charging for 2 years, so most people never even saw it.
Dude, it felt so weird. I had to, like, last year, I had to go on Amazon and buy, like, all the high-level
I had to
bricks
buy
and all the
cables.
high-level cables because it used to be, people come to me because I just had them because we always would buy them with the phones.
And I would get a new
nobody
phone
need
every
them.
year, and they would
I
just sit in my closet.
Exactly, and I could just pull them out of there like I was You know,
It's
like,
like,
a
oh,
leprechaun.
I have 15 of these because I've got new phones. My friends got new phones, and they didn't need extra bricks, so they just give them to me because I'm the tech guy.
Yeah.
And now people are like stingy with them.
Yeah. It got different.
Well, because everything's fast charging now too. Because
All right,
nobody
guys.
wants to do 5 watts anymore.
We should probably finish up on comments because we are running out of time here.
Let me see if I can find another one. You guys keep going. Sorry, Andres Rivera. Stop buying Apple. Switch to Windows and load a Linux or Berkeley-based OS to make it Apple-like. You
All
can
right.
What the fuck is Berkeley?
I don't know. Let me see what he said. Berkeley based. I'm assuming he means Berkeley the college, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So
I'm gonna load Linux
Linux-
on my fucking Windows.
I'm gonna
computer.
give you a period right
Fuck
here.
you.
Okay? I work
Fuck
with a
you,
lot of
Andres.
I work with a lot of guys that use Linux, and I will say they've turned me on to Linux, and there are things that Linux is great at. And I will say,
He's right.
Linux is much better than Mac at a lot of things lately. I can play games on my Linux machine.
I've never had one.
It's not hard. Any machine you want, you can install Linux. So you can install Linux on a Mac. You can install it on
You can
Windows.
install
You can
Linux on a
anywhere.
15-year-old
You-
computer.
You can install it on a fucking PSP and play with it. Like whatever you want. It's pretty much modular. Go anywhere. That's what's great about it. But the other problem with Linux is it's very hard to keep track unless you're a tech person. So you need to know what distro is the most recent that has the most
It's
security
the Android
features.
of desktop operating systems.
Yeah, but it's not the Android because
It's
it's worse
even
than
more
that because it's like
customizable,
yeah, they all have the same kernel, but Debian does things this way and Fedora does things this way.
Ubuntu does
and
things
Linux
this, yeah.
Mint does this. And you got and then you've got Arch Linux, which is like your bare bones, and then you got to install everything manually. So it's like there's different levels, and you have to know what they are. So I'm not saying that Linux is bad for us, for tech
But it's
people.
not Mac OS. Mac OS and Windows
not
are
Mac
pull out
OS.
of the box and work operating
I
systems.
will say that these days, even like Linux Mint, if you run the Cinnamon background, it's pretty much the same as like a Mac interface these days. But not for
sometimes
somebody
but drivers do not automatically install. That
No, you have to know what you're doing. And it's a
You're
lot of
going
command
to
line.
the command prompt.
There's a lot of
Linux,
command
yeah.
line, and you do have to know how to do the
You are
command
pulling
line.
installs from the internet with command lines. You aren't just going and downloading something.
Correct. You're going to have to do some work.
With your Mac, when you download something, it's even easier on Mac than it is Windows. You download it, it makes that fake little hybrid USB drive or whatever on your desktop,
you drag
and you
it,
just go,
copies it, yeah.
and it's in your applications. It's even easier than Windows. You don't have to click next, accept, and all that.
But if I want to install something on Linux, I got to go to the command line. I'm typing apt get install, the name of the application.
sudo, whatever.
It's going
Like
to
a
go.
Raspberry Pi?
Well, I don't need the sudo unless I need to up it to root. In most cases, I'm already root. So I'm just typing apt get install whatever, and then it gets that app, but it also knows what all the dependencies are required for that app.
And you got to make sure you install all
So
those
no,
dependencies.
it'll
right?
download them for you now.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are pretty automated now.
Last time I used
And-
Ubuntu was a long time
But here's
ago,
the problem, though. They have 3 different package types now. So you can have Linux Mint and still have to download other things to use like snap packages and other things. Because now, depending on what you're using to package your product, to put it back out on GitHub or whatever, it might be different than what that Linux OS defaults to. And here's the best part. When you're like, oh, I need to download something, you have to know where to download it from, because if it's not already in Linux's main client's resources, you're adding that host.
That's hilarious.
You're telling that host where to go. So
It's
I will
not
say
Mac.
Linux is better for some things, but in this case, it would not have fixed Joe's complaints or problems.
Sorry.
Joe would have had more complaints with Linux because Joe would have died trying to open Linux.
I mean, my closest comparison was like when I tried to run a Raspberry Pi, and I was like, you have to
That is
type
Linux,
this. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that okay. So I haven't not.
It would be that all the time, yeah.
Yeah, like to install an app was like command line, and I was like, this
100%.
is strange.
Well, Raspberry, runs.
Now, if you ran
Linux, so.
ran
okay.
Linux on a desktop, you can get GUI features, but most of the time those GUI features don't do everything they need to, because you're still going to have to go to the command line to boot into root
If you're a tech
to have admin.
I find a lot of use cases for Linux. I don't use it, but everybody I talk to has a use case for it.
I will tell you,
If
my
you're not
number
a
one
tech
use for
person-
Linux is hard drive recovery. It is the best for hard drive recovery that
That's
I've found.
interesting. I've never.
Because it does very well that it doesn't care about what the partitions were on it before. It can read, it can see what was
You can
there,
just
it can
find data.
rebuild.
That's all
Yeah.
it cares about.
So Linux does very great for data recovery. It also does very great for like hacking and things like that, because it's very good at brute force.
Yeah, all of our IT security team uses Ubuntu, or not Linux in some way.
Yeah.
So. I have a great comment to end this on.
Yeah.
It is user 543-8796955-376.
That's catchy.
Yeah.
8675309.
Is
Is that his phone number? Let's try.
It's way too long to be a phone number. So the guy, in quotation marks, he says, I'm assuming I'm going to play it in character. It's like you're at a Best Buy. I see this doesn't have the ports that I need. And then here's Joe. Here's $3,000.
Actually, in Joe's case, though, he did not buy it.
I did not.
Joe did not buy it. I
So
bought one.
people only
phrase
saw
it
the clip and didn't watch the fucking podcast where Joe said and prefaced everything that said, I never bought this.
Yeah, he refused to buy one. I bought one. Joe
So you
refused.
were stuck with a very old computer for a very long time.
That was my upset part, is what they did to me. They made me hold on to that old.
And you know what he
piece of
did?
wonderful.
Instead of buying a Windows computer, he just held out.
I
until
held
Apple-
out. And then I did eventually buy a Windows.
He
I
did
bought
buy
a Windows
but-
before I bought that.
But we went to Windows because we were trying to game. And Mac didn't have as many games. But I don't want to know. I can't blame that on Mac as much as I want to blame it on the developers just being a bunch of dickheads. Because I've seen
Either way,
I've seen Grand Theft Auto work for a fucking Switch. Why can't it work on my goddamn Mac?
I just spilled all over myself when you did that.
Look, I protected it this time.
It scared the shit out of me, and I poured that all over my
I
shorts.
think I killed the bot.
No, it's trying.
We did kill it.
Wait, bring it up to my
Hang
mic.
on.
You got it?
Nope, that's it. We killed it.
That battery's probably gone now.
God damn, dude!
You poor little guy. He's in there, but I think we might need a new button. Oh
well, guys,
We'll dry him out and see what
we
happens.
got 4 more. 3 more.
I think this is probably
if you were watching, that was the end of the button.
episode 28.
This is the end of the podcast. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends and random people that you've never met.
Hey, thanks again, everybody, for watching that TikTok and making it go viral. That honestly just made us feel really good about the podcast, and it showed us that we're doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
for
we
the
like
right
to know that
reasons.
people like to hear us complain.
Yeah, this was really
Besides
cool.
Joe's wife upstairs who doesn't want to hear us complain.
That's true.
Hopefully, by the time we get to the next episode, we'll be over 800 followers on TikTok, and we'll see where we go from there.
See you guys.